All right. Let's go. Okay. Ready? Sorry. All right, good. So if somebody says, I have claustrophobia, what do you ask? Exactly. Or you can say, where do you have it? You can say, I have a dog. Think about it. You're being funny, or you're literally using language. I have anxiety. Good. Put it over there. I want to see it. Because literally, people create anxiety, people create claustrophobia in the way that they're thinking. There are a million ways in which you can have claustrophobia, which is the name, so we can define and know what is the territory we're talking about. Right? So if I say to you, David, that you were not yesterday, we're in Tropicana Street, right? And we had a croquis, and I did a croquis and I say, where are we? People's like, we're there. But actually, that's not true. We're here. So the croquis or the map is a representation of the territory. And the territory is everything that we can sense with our five senses. So in order to speak the language that we're speaking right now, we all agreed and have, for example, an encyclopedia. So when I say pen, we all know that we're talking about an instrument that could be of plastic or metal that has ink inside and you use it for writing. But obviously the map of Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Axl Rose with a pen will be very different maybe for you and me. Because for one, it'll be, oh, fuck, I'm famous. But for the other one, it's a fucking headache going signing autographs. You get it? So if I say I have claustrophobia of elevators, we all know that in the territory, the elevator is a box that goes up and down in buildings or houses. But his map is not functional because he cannot get in the elevator. His map of the elevator. You feel me? So if if somebody, and do it with your eyes open, right? Because we don't want to install a phobia. So imagine that you're in front of an elevator in a 100-story building. You hit the button, the metal door is open. It's empty. What happened? What? Are you fighting with the phone or what? Huh? No? I'll help you. So imagine that the door's open. The door's open. Oh, because this is in TikTok. Oh. The fuck? Yes. Exactly. So the door's open, it's empty. You come in and it's all metal. Right? You turn around, hit the 99 button, the closest door. The door closes. I said it in Spanish. I'm still translating. So, boop, floor number 1 or first floor. Now the side walls begin to close on you until they barely touch your elbows. Boop. Third floor. The back wall begins to back on you. And now it touches your heels, butt, and the back of your head. Boop. Floor number 4. Now the doors go towards you until you can see your breath on the metal. Boop. Floor number 5. Obviously, the ceiling is going to come down on you until it touches your hair or your head. Boop. Floor number 6. They squeeze just a little bit more and the light dims. Boop. Floor number 7. Boop. Floor number 8. So a question, how do you feel? How do you feel? Comfortable or uncomfortable? Okay, imagine doing this, but like this, and now you're inside a fucking tuna can. Like this. So this is one way in which people create claustrophobia. So when Dr. Bandler was writing or was doing Legacy of the Master, one thing that you have to understand is that people, when they practice enough, this in their mind, they become unconscious competent doing this on their mind. If you fuck up in a presentation and then you have another presentation in 2 weeks, and right now you tell me that you have anxiety of that presentation, literally you are unaware that you are unconscious competent doing that. So you have to see this, what they do in their brain, as an accomplishment. Because the way in which we defined this in a very colloquial way is that you created a machine when you build the cortical pathway when you're learning how to drive. So now you're like, yeah, we can go to dinner, pizza, whatever. So my focus or awareness or conscious mind is on my co-pilot while unconsciously I did the shift. You drove here? No. How many times did you hit the brakes? Exactly. No fucking clue. The scientific answer. No fucking clue. Right? Because you have a machine that you created by practicing, that you created a cortical pathway that now unconsciously you can drive. Because you're not aware how many times you hit the brake, the gas, left turn, blah, boom, bam. Consciously, you're driving. Unconsciously, you're doing that process. These are called incisive, the central incisive teeth, lateral incisive. So how many times did you brush the lateral incisive today? No fucking clue. But I hope you did, first of all. And second, you did it as you were taught. So you have a machine that makes you do that, a cortical pathway. That is how in Legacy, Dr. Bandler talks about this. So when people have anxiety, when people have even pain, because what is pain? A message from who to whom? Which mind to which mind?
The unconscious to the conscious.
Exactly. Pain is a message from the unconscious to the conscious mind. Because if you're having a C-section and you have the epidural, exactly, and you're awake and you have here a sheet, you don't see that you're fucking open here and they're taking a 4-pound animal from you. You're like, are we done? What? So the signal from the unconscious is not getting to your conscious mind. Dr. Bandler gave me 2 books of Norman Deutsch, which is the protege of Paul Baccarita, which is the father of neuroplasticity. He's the one that started all these weird experiments, and people they're seeing with mechanical things attached to their back so they can see the figure because they were feeling it in their back with machines. Ramachan was another guy that studied people with phantom limb pain. So how can you have pain in a body part you don't have anymore? Think about it. Who's doing what to whom? So the unconscious mind is sending a signal of pain to the conscious mind or something that's not there. So I remember the first time I heard Dr. Bandler say that somebody came without this arm and said, I have pain in my arm. And he looked obviously at the arm that he had. He said, no, not in this one, in the other one. So he tried to see if it was a mini arm, but no, it was nothing, not even a nub, like out from the shoulder. And he asked, what have you done? Well, I went to the doctor and they gave me morphine. And then Dr. Bandler asked, in which arm? It's a good question. In this one. And then think about it. Why would you give morphine to the arm that is there and is not hurting? So he put him in a trance and make him hallucinate a needle with morphine in the arm that is not there, with a needle that's not there, with morphine that's not there. And when he came out of the trance, what happened? The pain was not there. Other things that people do is that Ramachan, and we're talking about early 1990s, no, actually el siglo pasado, last century, like in 1920, 1930s, he made them look in a special mirror in which the arm that the person had looked like the arm that he was missing. And once he started to move this hand, obviously the mirror reflected the hand that was not there, and suddenly the pain also in a lot of patients began to disappear. Yes?
Let me just clarify, because I deal with a lot of amputees.
Yes?
So he imagines he sees his arm in the mirror.
No, there was actually a mirror.
Oh.
It's actually a mirror. So when you do like this, but it was built that this image reflected another image. So now this one looks like this one. You get it? I'll show you the images of the mirror of Ramachan, okay, so you can have a reference. Yeah. So once he started to do this, the pain in this arm, which was not there, began also to disappear in some of his patients. So when you think about it, when we're talking about how we build the desired state that has 4 elements, like Kathleen Laval says, when you do a very, very good desired state, a lot of the time, they're done. You don't need to do something that we're going to do later, or a switch pattern, or a ba, or I don't know, something, because what you build for them in desired state is so powerful that a lot of the times it feels good. When she sent you into the future yesterday, 6 months from now, how do you feel about that situation right now? Okay, so just give me the context. Is that work?
If it's at work?
Yes, the context.
Yeah.
So if I ask you, think about that. You go Monday on work? Tuesday? Okay, so imagine going to work knowing what you did in the future to fix that. Does it feel the same as before the exercise, or you feel good? Like you actually want to do it?
I feel more organized to face it.
Exactly. But now you have a new map. Now you have to go into a territory and territorize with your new map and use your skills. Make sense?
Yeah.
But before you would avoided it a little bit. It's like, nah, or you go, nah.
It would have been disorganized.
Exactly. And she didn't do nothing. I mean, nothing as a technique to fix anxiety. She just gave you a sense of order in the future. Think about it, which is beautiful. This came from one of the things that Milton H. Erickson did. I have basically all of the books of him. And there's one, I'll show you later the picture. There's one of my favorite because Jay Haley edited a lot of Milton H. Erickson's book, was one of his students. And he did something with a patient like this. So what do you have? Oh, I have blah, 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 blah. Okay, good. He hypnotized the client or his patient. We have clients because we work with them. Doctors, psychiatrists, that work on them. Language, right? So he sent them into the future and told them, now you're fixed, your life is functional, tam pum pam. Then he brought him back out of trance and told him, so what did I do to fix you? And the guy, you did this, this, and this. Okay, good, close your eyes. Doesn't work all the time, but it's cool. I remember once that John Laval said, people that smoke, or you can do it with any bad habit, but I'll use smoke because we have somebody that's, we some of us know, which is Monica, and she wanted to quit smoke, right? Oh, you were there. And she said, I want to quit smoke. Good. So I was like, well, we're going to do a swish pattern, which is standard. And then when I was asking something that we're going to go deep today, she said, yeah, but I won't have fun. And she's like 55. I was like, the fuck? You sounded like a fucking teenager. But she sounded like a fucking teenager. I won't have fun with my friends. Like the fucking teenager. I even imagine her with the skirt and stuff, you know. So I made her go back in time and look at herself the first time that she was grabbing a cigarette as a grown-ass woman that she is today. And I say, now float into the picture and do whatever you want to do to that stupid. And when you're done, let me know when you float back to your seat. So she's like, okay, good. What happened? I talk like my mother and I spank her. I slap her. It's been what, 2 years? 2 years? 1 year? 1 year without smoking. And she still has fun with her friends that smoke. This is what John calls, I believe, the decision, when they made the decision. If you go back in time, in that moment in which they do the decision, a lot of times it works. So let's jump into how we build a desired state. This works also in any type of job. In a company, you can use this. All right? So the first element is that you already did it. The goal or the desired state has to be stated in the positive. All right? I want you to wear my some modalities of my language. And somebody comes to the gym, right? And the trainer asks them, what do you want? And the person says, I don't want to have this beer belly that I haven't seen my dick in 4 years. Even if you're a woman, you already imagined the thing, right? Literally, unless you're the black guy from What's Up. Yeah? So think about it. If that stated in the positive, or what am I doing? I don't want to have a beer belly that I don't see my dick in 4 years. If you think about it, where are you aiming? Are you aiming towards what you want? Or you're aiming with your language away of what you don't want? Okay? I'll do another one. So what do you want? I don't want to feel my clothes that it's choking me. Where are the some modalities? How is he using his language? Towards or away from? So if you think about it, even though this is what you don't want and you're moving away, this is where you're aiming. And eventually people end up back over there. All right? So what do you want? Well, I don't want to go to the pool and people say, free willy. Shamu is free. Yeah? You're too sensitive. Come on. So, free willy. Shamu? You don't remember Shamu? Come on. Yeah, good. Yes. So think about it. Where the language, and how is the person talking? Towards or away? Exactly. So eventually, that is where you are aiming with the image and the other maybe representational systems that they're there. That is that goal that you're giving to the person. If you don't fix it. So that's when you say, so what do you want? Well, I want to have a six-pack. Oh, now you have something that you're moving towards too. So what do you want? I want to feel these jeans more loose. Okay? So the desired states begin in that the first element is that it has to be stated in the positive. Okay? Or towards to what they want. Okay? The second element, it looks simple, but it's tricky if you don't ask some of the questions. that you should ask, which are basic. It has to be 100% their responsibility. So if they say, okay, I want to lose weight, I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm going to eat more clean, whatever that means. All right. So how are you going to go to the gym? Oh, my friend Janice, she's going to give me a ride. Is that 100% responsible? What happens when Janice has a fever? What happens with Janice's car breaks? And I could take an Uber. You're starting bad from the beginning because you are allowing them to blame maybe somebody else for not them doing what they're supposed to. It's like, yeah, we can do the gym later. Let's think about something else. Do you have a bicycle? Good. So can you do bike turns or you like to walk? Okay, good. So the idea is that the behaviors that they engage has to be 100% their responsibility. Okay? We're cool? Okay. So the third element is, to me, everyone is very important, obviously. But this, to me, how I learned it, is magic. I had a guy that did a course like persuasion engineering, which is sales with NLP, but he didn't do it with them, did it with me in Spanish. I call it sales mastery. And I asked him, what's your goal? He said, I do usually 7, 8K. I sell insurance and want to reach 20Ks. Good. So think about it. Is that really the goal?
That's just the next goal. It's the next step you should go.
Yeah. If somebody weighs 300 pounds and they want to weigh 150, what do? Cut them in half? Think about it. Because in the desired state, there are 3 elements. Every desired state has 3 elements. And we're going to start backwards. The person that does 7,000 has behaviors, beliefs, and skills of a 7,000 person. $7,000 of income. The person, unless they have a thyroid problem or something, if they're fat because they have fat habits, that means that this person that weighs 300 pounds have the behaviors of a 300-pound person. They have the skills to maintain themselves in 300 pounds, and they have the beliefs of somebody of 300 pounds. Behaviors, beliefs, and skills. So, if we all play basketball, the difference between us and somebody that represents Canada, US, Venezuela, Mexico in the Olympics playing basketball is that they have the beliefs, the skills, and the behaviors of a professional athlete. If you go right now, think about it. What is the machine? What is the machine? This, how do you call this? Unconscious competent. That's the machine, right? The fat motherfucker has a machine that when he goes to the supermarket, unconsciously grabs usually the fucking Doritos, the fucking ice cream, the fucking Coca-Cola, They don't think about it. As you don't think to, hey, don't talk to me. Why? I'm going to hit the brakes. You do that when you're learning how to drive. They don't say, I'm going to go to the gym. No, they're like, these are remote control, by the way, right? And nah, it's okay. I've read that turtles that don't do shit and only eat and shit live 150 years. I heard that from fat motherfuckers, right? So when you think about it, literally, the 300 person has the three elements of the desired state. So when this guy came to me and he said, I'm going to do this course because I want to upgrade my skills, I want to change my beliefs with your help, and engage in behaviors that is going to allow me to go from 7K to 20K. I said, good. Perfect. So he did the course. Then I did a quick session with him, did something with him, right? No hypnosis, just session based on, okay, so show me, how do you build rapport with visual, auditory, Okay, good, go on. So he called me one day and he said, after 3 months, he's like, hey, I'm in 14K. I'm like, great. So what are you doing? Well, I have now a calendar. So he started with behaviors. He started to organize himself. Now I'm paying attention. For the first month, I remember what you told me. Now I'm only calibrating representational systems. So I talk in the same representation of the person. And then I started to do the model operators, things that you learned when you do the sales or the practitioner. And so he was working on his skills, like on a professional athlete. If you suck on free throws, then you work on your free throws, on your technique. Hire somebody that teaches you, and then you begin to repetition, and then your percentage goes up. Same thing with sales. Then he called me like 6 months later. He said, hey, I need a private session. It's like, what the fuck happened? It's like, I went to 22K, and then the next month I dropped to 3. I was like, what happened? Is it the market? No, the other motherfuckers that didn't do what I did are doing the same thing. So it's not the market. He's the one that did like this and then like this. So, okay, good. I understand. And then I had a client that she said, I want to start my own business. I'm a mother of 2. But each time that I start, something happens, and then I quit, I abandon. I start, and stop. And then I had a very obese woman that said, Juan, I've done 100 million diets, and usually when I'm going down to a certain weight, something happens, I have anxiety, whatever, and go up and then come back with vengeance. Good. So I put them in a trance. And I asked them the first scenario. See, if you achieve your goal, tell me at least one positive thing. Oh, I'm going to have more money. I can change my car. I've never been on a cruise with my wife. I want to go to Europe, blah, blah, blah. Okay, good. Tell me a negative thing if you achieve your goal. See, achieve your goal. Nothing. Good. If you don't, or what is actually better, you remain the same. Because this is how you came, right? This is your actual state. You remain the same, right? Tell me a positive if you remain the same. No. I don't know, no. Okay. Tell me a negative if you remain the same. Oh, fuck, I'm going to be frustrated with myself, blah, 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 blah. So this is where the magic of hypnosis comes to play. You know, remember how to set up finger swingling, right? Okay. I'll come back in a moment. So I put each of them at their time into a trance, and I told their unconscious to show them a movie like this. So the guy with the money thing. I want you to show him a movie of positive things if he achieves his goal. And once you've done, let me know with the finger. Good. So imagine the movie's off. Done. Show him a negative thing for him. Why for him?
For himself, you mean?
Yeah, but I'm talking to the unconscious. For him, if he achieves his goal, and once you're done showing that to him, let me know. Beautiful. If he remains the same, show him a positive thing. If he remains the same, show him a negative thing. Good. Did the same thing with the woman that started her business, and then quit. And then the fat lady that suddenly began to shrink, and then something happened. So I asked this guy, so what did you see in the positive? Oh, fuck. I saw myself changing my car. I changed my wife's car. We actually went to Europe, and I started a saving account, whatever, for funds. Good. What did you see in the negative if you achieve it? I saw myself in April like, motherfucker. What happens in April usually here in the US? Okay. And remember, everybody has their own maps. My father was old school. He liked bullfighting. I didn't like it. I don't like that with animals, but for him it was cool. So we say everybody's brave behind the flag or whatever, right? Okay. So for you, this is gonna be like, yeah, the same people that you say this is stupid with the things that you want to fix, 7 billion will say this is stupid. That's why we're never gonna get it out of jobs. Because everybody has their own demons, right? So I said, so what happened in April? I don't know, taxes, So I want to ask you something. So usually when you're paying your taxes, how is it? Motherfucker government, I'm work for every fucking penny and they're taking me this. So the positive, if you remain the same, I saw myself with my accountant, I don't know, talking. Okay, good. We're not interpreting behavior, right? We're just listening to what he said. And then the negative. Oh, myself was frustrated with the same income and blah, blah, blah. Good. So this is what happens. When you consciously are creating your desired state, right? I want to be more thin. I want to have blah, blah, blah. Your unconscious has a lot of purposes for you. Excuse me. Watch. If I do this to every one of you, you're going to blink. If I put here a glass, bulletproof glass, this thick, and I put each and every one of you a catcher's helmet, and I grab a baseball behind the glass and start throwing to each one of you, you're gonna blink. Why? Because that is one of the main purposes of our unconscious, which is to protect us. You only burn yourself once when the stove is red. If you burned yourself again, it was on, but it was not red yet, but it was fucking hot. You get it? Your unconscious has a role to protect yourself. So when this guy was paying taxes of averaging 7K a month, and he was like, motherfucking pam, boom, pam, and he designed his goal, your unconscious runs these 4 scenarios for you and without your awareness, usually. So When he created this desired state, right, at the scale so I can reach 20K, his unconscious said, fuck, if we get heartburns and headaches in April for 7K a month, at 20, we're going to have a fucking heart attack. So what happened? What happened with his 3K a month? Well, I had to do a call so I can just ask, where do I send the invoice? It was a big company. They're going to pay a lot of money. What happened? I remember that I was talking to somebody about Seinfeld, and I started to watch it on Netflix. What other thing happened? That the money was there, and you did something else. I was going to a meeting which I was going to sell, It was almost done. But then I said, fuck, it's been a while since I have a good steak. So I drove into Capitol Grill and had a good steak. And what happened to the client? I'll call him later. The woman, entrepreneur, positive. Oh, money, independence, but contributing with a house. Negative. I'm going to be a fucking bad mother. I'm not going to be with them when they're doing their stuff and this and this and this and this. And the positive, I'm going to be there with them. And the negative, I'm going to be frustrated because I didn't achieve my goals as an independent woman and blah, blah, blah. And then the fat woman, this was a crazy one. Her economic situation was not very good. So the positive, I'm going to be thin, I'm going to be more healthy, I'm going to be top. But the negative, I'm going to need to buy everything new, even shoes, everything. And in her mind, that was like thousands of dollars. And that was her negative if she achieved it. So this out there is what people call self-sabotage. You're unaware of the behaviors you are engaging because this or this, unconsciously, this or this, unconsciously, are more powerful for your unconscious than this and this. You get it? So think about it. I had a woman that she limped. So I take out the limp. Now she's walking straight. And in the middle of the seminar and the lunch break, she comes to me and is like, can you put it back? I was like, what? Yeah. I just realized that if I walk good, my neighbors are not going to take me shopping. And my son is not going to visit me to take me to ba. So for her, the negative of actually walking straight was more powerful than the actual goal. This is what we call the ecology check. Ecology. But this is one thing that a lot of people have fucked up. Your goal doesn't need to be ecological for your environment. It has to be ecological for you. This meaning that this and this, you're willing to pay the price. So I'll give you a simple example. I have a lot of athletes. If somebody says, hey, I want to represent my country doing this in the Olympics. Good. We do this with hypnosis that we're going to do in a while. And I asked them, what did you see here? Oh, I saw my wife going alone to parties, to our nephew's karate championships and and missing a lot of barbecues because I'm not going to be able to eat what they do and going to sleep when all the people are Are you willing to pay the price? Because this is not a bad thing. This is what? This is only a belief. These are beliefs. These are things that you believe. You believe this is going to be bad. I'm going to be a bad mother because I'm going to be making money. I'm going to miss out on my children or something. That is only a belief. It's like you believe in this motherfucker or a fat motherfucker. If it's good for you, keep believing that. If it works for you, believe that. Now, if you're killing people because of that, now we have a problem. So this is only a belief. This is only a belief. And this is only a belief. And this is only a belief. So if these two are more powerful unconsciously than these two, you're destined to quit or self-sabotage because your unconscious is going to protect you. Literally. Literally. So what can we do here and here? An NLP technique. When Dr. Bandler and Dr. Grinder were doing hypnosis after they modeled Milton H. Erickson in California, it turns out that at that time also, it was regulated. Hypnosis was regulated. So they came into one of the practice groups, the board of certified hypnotherapists and all that, and saw people with arm catalepsies, people like this, and they said, are you doing illegally hypnosis? And immediately Dr. Bandler said, no, this is a closed eyes process. And then Dr. Grinder says, this is a guided meditation. Ah, good. And they left. This was how Reframe was born. So if I go and complain to you, Kita, I'm mad with my trainer in the gym, motherfucker shouts at me each time that I'm training. If you begin with, that means that, no, you're going to fix me. You're going to fix that belief that I have. Oh, that means that.
Oh, that means that he cares.
Exactly. That means that. He's going to fix you. That means that. He's helping me achieve the goal. That means that.
Life is going to be so much better.
Exactly. That means that. He's trying to motivate you. He's going to push you. He's going to So now the way I'm framing my problem changes with the same problem, but now it has another frame. My mother-in-law, when she comes to my home, she talks only with me for hours. The fuck. In the context that I'm saying that behavior is bad. But you can say that means that she loves you. That means that she cares for you. That means that that means that I'm his favorite one. I doubt it. You get it? So how can we change beliefs? When you do the practitioner, you do submodality change. You can do a switch pattern, or the third one of the basic three to change, well, there are actually more, but the basic three to change beliefs is a reframe. If the government is taking more money from your bank account, that means that you're earning more money. Technically, they're taking the same percentage. That means that you're earning more money. Reframe. Oh, fuck, duh. And you take them out of that thing that he was protecting himself against a heart attack, maybe. That means that you're going to give your children a better future. They're going to be more proud of you. Right? That means that you get to decide ahead of time which clothes are you going to start buying, even though you cannot wear them yet, you can begin to buy them. Every Monday, every Saturday. And then you can do a fire and dance with the fat clothes. Whatever. You can donate them. You get it? It's not a solution. It's helping them reframe that idea. Remember, it's an idea. It's only an idea. Okay? So the exercise that we're going to do is very simple. All right? You work with him. Okay? You work with her, you work with him, you work with her, and you work with Soren. So the exercise is going to be very simple. All right? I want you to think about a goal that you want to achieve before you leave here and go back home. Okay? In your case, you go back home Sunday. All right? So not today. Go back. A simple thing, a very simple thing. Once you have it stated in the positive, all right? Your partner is going to put you in a trance. It's going to fractionate you until they see gravity. Gravity means it's going to do this. We did this yesterday. And I want your unconscious to show you a positive thing if you achieve your goal. Once you have shown it, let me know. Now I want you to show him or her a negative thing if she or he achieves your goal. Once you've done it, let me know. And then and then bring them back. Okay? Very simple. Say out your goal, simple goal, put them in a trance, fractionate them, and then let their unconscious finger singling you once they show them each movie. Right? Has to move 4 times. Right? Let's go. After the exercise. Let's go. Okay, go.
Then you wake them up and you ask them what those are.
We'll do that in a moment. Good?
I'm with who?
You are with Lloyd. Pause it. Pause it. Cool.